Fern-Den Brownies, guardians of Scotland, Indiana. Ancient times, when Scotland was just beginning its existence, there lived the Fern-Den Brownies, compassionate and wise spirits. They came to the aid of those in need. For many years, they lived alongside humans, their wisdom and kindness becoming part of the legends and myths of Scotland. Among the many stories associated with the Fern-Den Brownies, one stood out, telling of a farmer's family living on the outskirts of a village. Fields and livestock prospered on their farm, and life flowed steadily and calmly. But even within such a prosperous family, there were those who feared the Fern-Den Brownies. Most of the villagers had heard many rumors about the Brownies, and most of them were frightened when they heard their names. They feared that the Brownies came at night and stole something valuable. But among them was one family who did not fear the spirits. It was the farmer and his wife, who not only were not afraid of the Brownies but also welcomed them. Every night, the farmer's wife would take milk to an old oak tree on the edge of the field. "This is for you, my dear Brownies," she would say, pouring milk into a small cup. And every night, the Brownies, long and shaggy, with green hands, would come and drink the milk, leaving traces of their care behind. Their work on the farm was better than that of the humans. The fields always remained in good condition, the livestock was healthy, and the harvests were plentiful. For this, the farmer's family thanked the Brownies, keeping faith in kindness and help. One day, a dark day came when the farmer's wife fell seriously ill, and they needed to find a way to cure her. In a neighboring village lived a healer. But to get to her, they had to go through the woods and the river, places where, as rumors said, the terrible Fern-Den Brownies lived. Avoiding a meeting with the Brownies, the men hesitated to go for the medicine. However, the farmer's wife was so close to death that they had to act quickly. The Brownie heard all this, became angry that people did not love and fear him, and did nothing. At that moment, the Brownie gathered his strength and set off for the sick woman's house. He covered himself with a cloak to hide his appearance from the eyes of people and found a horse that could get to the healer faster than anyone else. Upon arrival in the village, the healer immediately began to treat the sick woman, and the Brownie stayed on guard to make sure no one disturbed them. Their joint efforts yielded results. But he could not appear to others. At this time, a fire broke out in the forest. The Brownie heard cries and saw that the fire was approaching the farm. He immediately decided to help and rushed to the rescue without hesitation. At the most inconvenient moment, he arrived at the farm. The fire had already engulfed part of the building, and people were in horror. However, the Brownie was not scared. With his spiritual powers and wisdom, he managed to extinguish the flames and save the house from complete destruction. But his cloak was enveloped in flames, so the villagers saw who had been helping them all this time. Recognition and respect from the villagers were obtained by him thanks to his brave deeds. Because of this, they were no longer afraid of the Fern-Den Brownies. Now their story became a legend passed down from generation to generation, reminding people of the power of kindness and friendship. Thus, the story of the Fern-Den Brownies, who were the guardians of Scotland and came to the aid of those in need of protection, ended.